Okay, now within this lecture, let's try to analyze the pcap file that we have found. So I'm gonna go into my downloads folder and just open this because we know there is a sensitive data over here. It's given us as a hint. So I'm just going to click on it, and it's open in Wireshark. So we have seen Wireshark before, right? We can see the network requests and responses over here. We can see the protocol, length, information, all other stuff like source and destination, the time of this request over here. So what we can do, we can try to analyze everything one by one. And I believe, honestly, we have a little data over here, like maybe 70 or 80 rows of data. So we can actually look them one by one. But I'm gonna sort this with according to protocol over here, because we got a hint, right? It says that which protocol did you find the sensitive data on, right? So it must be one of these. So we have FTP, HTTP, and SSH. So I'm just gonna start with FTP because it's the usual suspect in this case. So you can double click on one of the packets to see the details of those packets if you want, or you can just take a look at the info over here to see if there is anything unencrypted going on. Like we see the user Nathan over here, right? So it says that the Nathan, please specify the password, and we actually see the password. So it's very easy. In this case, like we can see the user, we can see the pass over here. So it's very easy to find that in this case. So we have found the password of the Nathan. So if you double click on this, you can just get the details, but you can just see the password, right? So that in a real life scenario, maybe it is not going to be that easy, but some of the characteristics of the CTF is very compatible with the real life scenarios. As I said before, I have come across IDOR vulnerability many times. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back over here and say that, yeah, we found that in FTP, and let's see if we are on the correct path. And there you go. So it says that, yeah, you found that FTP password. What do you think you can use that password like for other protocols? Like we have 3 services going on, right? HTTP, SSH, and FTP. So most probably it's going to be valid in SSH as well. So this is a real life case scenario, by the way, because if you find a password for a user, even not even related to work, if you find an Instagram password, it's a high probability that that person is going to be using that password for their work correspondences as well, right? So I'm just gonna copy this password from here. It's something like bucket hat, or I don't know what is this. I'm just gonna copy that, and let's see if we copied the correct thing. So I'm just gonna delete this and paste it over here. Yeah, there you go. So this is the password that we should take. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this one, and I'm going to delete all of this from here. And we found the pass, and as I said before, I'm gonna hit enter. I'm just gonna clear this stuff, and I'm gonna try that in SSH. Okay, I'm gonna try that in SSH. And obviously at this point you may ask for the help of GPT. For example, if you haven't used SSH before, I'm just gonna say I found a user's SSH password, okay, and I don't know how to use it. Okay, how can I log into the machine using this? How can I hack into the machine with this? So I'm just gonna say username is Nathan, because this is what we saw in the pcap file, and I can just say how can I try to SSH into the server, and there you go. It just gives us the comment. So it says that SSH Nathan at 10.10.10.245. This is what you need to do, right? It's very easy. So I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna say SSH Nathan at 10.10.10.245. There you go. And when you click enter, it will ask you for the password. And you already copied the password from the PCAP file. So that's all you gotta do. Even if you don't know how to use SSH, this is how you can learn about it, right? And if the user is if the user was something else, like I don't know, root, or if we had like a PEM key over here, we could have used -I option, but I'm not gonna go into that because we already have the password. I'm just gonna say paste selection over here and hit enter. There you go. We hacked the machine. We are inside of this machine with the Nathan user. So I'm gonna clear that. I'm gonna run ls. Okay, there you go. We have this user.txt, which is most probably the flag that we are looking for. I'm gonna run who am I am Nathan. I'm gonna run ID. There you go. We are Nathan, user Nathan. So let's try to read that user.txt. Okay, so I'm just gonna cat this. There you go. This is the flag that I've been talking about. So I'm gonna copy this and come back to the hack the box, and I'm gonna paste it over here to the question that is asking for me to provide the flag, and there you go. It says that, yeah, you got the flag. Great. Now what we need to do, we need to find a way to become root, right? Because it's asking for us to provide the root flag as well. And privilege escalation, let me scroll back to here. Okay, privilege escalation is actually one of the steps of the pen testing anyway. Okay, even if it didn't ask for the root flag, we should have tried it. Because after you exploit it, after you go into the machine, you have to try this. Because if you're admin or if you're root in a server, it means that you get everything. Like you can do whatever you want to do. And this is the worst thing that can happen like in terms of cybersecurity. So you have to try, even if you hack into machine, to become a root. Okay, so what are we gonna do? If we run sudo su, it's gonna ask us for a password, and if we try to provide the same password and hit enter, it's not gonna work. Okay, even in CTFs, it's not gonna work. It's going to be something else, and I'm just gonna hit Control-C to exit out of that. So what should we do? We should find a way to attempt privilege escalation, which means that we get more privileges as a user, which means that we get to get an administrator account. So there are many ways to do that. Okay, in our pen testing course, advanced pen testing and privilege escalation course, we just dedicated a course for this. Okay, there are a lot of options to do privilege escalation, and it's most of the time overlooked in many courses, so that's why I dedicated a new course for that. If you don't know anything about it, I'm going to show you an automated way to do that, but before I do that, I'm just going to ask for help again. Okay, I connected as Nathan. Now I want to become root. Okay, so how will I do that? So I'm just gonna ask for a recommendation, and I'm just gonna say, what should I do next? There you go. Now it will give me a lot of options. Maybe not all of them, but it will be plenty, because there are a lot of ways to become root. As you can see, it says that enumerate the system, find some vulnerabilities for privilege escalation. Like find files accessible to Nathan that may help you to become root. Find these SUID binaries, SUID bitsets, which might allow privilege escalation. Like it gives me a lot of different options over here. Like look for cron jobs, look for enumeration scripts, look for exploit opportunities. And these enumeration scripts are exactly what we're going to be focusing on, okay? Because as the name suggests, it's an automated tool, it's an enumeration script. It's just gonna enumerate the whole system for us, like limpis or linenum. There are a lot of scripts over there. The most popular one is the limpis. We're gonna be using that as well. It's just gonna find all the possibilities that may make us root in that particular system. Okay, so I'm gonna be going with this one because even if we found the other ones, we don't know how to use it yet. So I'm just gonna go with the script so that it will guide us. So if you come over here to the hint section, actually, it says that you can use Limpis in order to do that. So Limpis has a GitHub page. It's very easy to find it, and by mistake I clicked on it, so I'm just gonna come over here to Google to show you what it does. You can run Limpis sh, okay, and it will take you to its GitHub. And there you go. So Linux privilege escalation awesome script. So it's an sh, it's a bash script. You can download this and run it in your own system so that it can just scan the whole system and find the vulnerabilities and provide you with the details so that you can just use that details to gain root access on a computer. And you can find like you can see all the things, like you can just copy this command from here. Okay, there's a curl command, and you can just try to paste that and try to run that command to see if this works. But it didn't work. It didn't copy and paste it for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time. So I'm in the Limpis GitHub. There's a curl command. I'm just gonna copy that and I'm gonna paste it over here and try to see if we can get the Limpis in this machine. Okay, so if I hit enter, by the way, this command just downloads the limpis.sh and it runs that on that particular computer. But as you can see, it doesn't work. It says that could not resolve host github.com, which doesn't make sense because github.com works, but it doesn't resolve. So most probably it's blocked on that machine, or it doesn't even have an internet connection. Okay, it doesn't even have a like a DNS access on that machine, so it cannot resolve that. So we have to come up with a way to download this and just transfer that file into this machine so that we can run this file on this cap machine. We're gonna do that in the next lecture.